I see you clean the shop.
Aha! Cleaned the shop. I got a cold. Working on some lozenges. I think we're going to get back on this bug project. Did a whole bunch of stuff. Got all kinds of sidetracked. Started 2 new projects. We're not forgetting about old Red. Where it all started. Yeah, I'm going to get some of the tumbleweeds out of this. Been spending some time outside. When we last left off, we were discussing a piece of the project that many people had asked about. Oh, okay, well, you got the window frames intact, but what about the actual roof structure? So if you don't remember that video, here is the roof structure spliced to fit the contour of the new windshield arrangement and door window opening. We're just going to wrap that up on the passenger side. We did the templates to match the window openings, and this is the last part of the equation. I'm going to put this in and then put the fiberglass cap back on and see how it looks with this new side window arrangement. There's going to be a lot of structure in here still and a lot of finishing of the internal panels, but that ain't entertaining. That's why we have 4 projects. We're going to be doing some background action and keep it to the informative and fun stuff. Remember, this channel is for entertainment purposes only. Don't try this at home.
Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe.
I can't imagine why anybody would even try this at home, but here it is, a good show. I'm going to come around here. I made the same splicing cuts as on the other side to match this contour. I got that set up where it jams in there, and then this is going to curve around. I'm going to do one more cut through here, and then that technique where you're able to just bend the metal. Looks like I'm going to have to come in about here and take off the bottom because we did chop the top. That's contouring pretty well. I'm going to cut this off here because we still have that curvature that went into the old windshield area. Take that back. Into position so it doesn't fall on the floor. a little damage from the windstorm.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, see if the top of the door actually snapped off because it was flopping around so much. That's where this bent piece came from, but there it is. I put it back into shape. Yeah, that's just wagging in the breeze. It was literally doing that for hours, and it all came apart. A little nip there to bring the center of this up. Two pieces weren't meant to fit up, so I'm using this rod as usual to just put some metal in where the mismatch in the surfaces is. All right, so both the welds on this join on each side is pretty bulky. You can see I just laid a lot of material on there, and that is to just give it a good join. It's not very pretty, but if I was to try to just leave the thickness of the sheet metal in place where there's so much potential pressure with the doors hinging and slamming, I chose to just leave it bulked up right there. It's a large structural area, so when the other braces come in, I'll be able to tap into that pretty well and keep the structure there. We're going to take in this little crease out of the stock stamping on the stock VW roof. There will be a fiberglass shell that covers this, as we know, but make it as close as possible. a couple slivers, set them in there. Alright, so that should be good enough to swing the door. This side doesn't have a door latch yet, so that's why I was using that tie down. But yeah, it'll be perfect. Cool. So now it's time to set that fiberglass top on one more time, since we got structure back through. You got your door jamb and the door windows. Let's get it on. The way I went about fastening this is simply because there will be a fiberglass cap on here. I wasn't super worried about perfect height in the surface area, but you'll see when this cap comes in, just having this sheet under here will be a good area to fasten it to.
I like it.
Like, you can see there's a lot of holes, etc. That'll all get filled in, but it's not like I'll need to create a nice piece of sheet metal that will be body worked and finished. If I was going to do that all in steel, you would cut a triangle right through here and form it on the English wheel, put a nice little cap, or take a piece of the other roof and just cap it right on there. But yeah, that's back into shape. Strong enough for a test fit. All the things. How's that for graceful?
Perfect.
So remember, we cut out the other side as we were checking the window potential. We'll have to do the same here.
Oops.
Hey, look, fits just like old times. Slides off the car every time.
I like it.
I'm glad one of us does.
You don't like it?
Joke, come on.
Oh, I was like, come on now.
Keep it lighthearted. All right, let me cut out that other side. I think I'm gonna put a clamp here so I don't keep knocking this thing off like I've been doing.
That's a great idea.
That's probably the best idea I had all month. Because we know it gets a little dicey. Oh look, a clamp. What a concept. So we got a window hanging out somewhere in there. Let's see.
So did we decide on putting a window in the back?
Yeah. Remember, that was this whole thing. If this looked too big, that's why we went through all that business.
I can't even remember.
I
It's
know.
been so long.
Ago. Yeah, let's go on the safe side. What do we do over here? Oh yeah, same thing. We're gonna put around it.
Oh, that's right. Ay, ay, ay.
I'm gonna ask you to stand back while I put on my respirator, get in there and do some fiberglass cutting.
Put up.
Been quite a spell since we saw this mocked up, so I'm gonna set it back on. Take a little reminder of what we're actually up to here. Always important to stay focused. Forget what you're building. I think it was sort of a Baja Bug delivery van thing, if I remember correctly. Look at that. Did I just screw that whole door up already?
What'd you do to it? Just bent it?
Oh, it's okay. I bent it back.
These are quite the clamps.
For tooth extraction.
Good Lord.
There it is. All right. Good. This is the typical deck of cards scenario. This is where everything starts to fall on the ground. See? Who called it? This guy. Nobody breathe. That's the first time seeing it with the windshield forward and both doors in place. Definitely looking weird. We're on the right path. I got a whole bunch of ideas for this back end. We're going to see the engine 100%. Very similar to what Johnny and I did or had planned on with the other one. So there's going to be a lot of revisioning in the back. I think I'm going to have to put on my fiberglass dust suit and get in here and start ripping all this business down. We got some structure in there, but the back of this is going to have a whole remodel as well. And I think we'll probably get into that while I'm doing the structure. I'll take this off, do some structure inside, and it'll be on and off for quite a bit. So yeah, I really like it with the side window showing. It doesn't look as, what would you say? It just looked too long in the back, so this 5-window design, even though it's not going to have a back window. Well, 5 windows, 2 sides and 1 front. Maybe it'll have a back window. I don't know. What do you think? You can do anything.
See how it plays out, I guess.
Yeah.
I like it. Looks sharp.
Well, we're getting somewhere. It's better than getting nowhere. On to the next.